Evening everyone, welcome to tonight's ordinary council meeting. Welcome councillors, gallery, members of the public and staff or officers. Tonight is the decision making night, so following on from last week where we had the forum which was question and answer, tonight we're making decision on all the items presented to us, so everyone's well aware of that. So the declaration of opening is made at 5:30 p.m. Item 2 is opening procedures. We're on page 6 of the agenda if anyone's following. Opening procedures 2.1 is acknowledgement of country. So we're on beautiful Ballabong land. So the Shire of Northern would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on the land in which we meet. And that's both the Ballabong and the Whadjuk people in the rest of the Shire, both of the Noongar Nation, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Item 2.2, recording of council meetings. Members of the council and members of the gallery, which is everyone sitting down there, are advised this meeting will be live streamed and audio recorded and made available on the Shire of Northern's YouTube channel. If members of the public would like access to the recording of the meeting, they can do so via the Shire of Northern website. Item 3 is attendance. We have 9 councillors as listed sitting around the table, so welcome again all councillors. And we have all the staff, and I'll just get to the one missing in a minute, so welcome officers or members of the staff. 3.2 is apologies. We have one for Mr Devcich tonight who's unable to attend. So item 3.2, we head to page 7. Item 3.3 is approved leave of absence, that is nil. 3.4 absent, that is nil. We now go to page 8. So we have item 4 is disclosure of interest. We have quite a few, so I'll try and summarise these fairly quickly. So the item is Bushfire Advisory Committee meeting held on the 4th of June 2024. Item 12.1, Councillor Appleton declared impartiality. Mr C. Maris is known to Councillor Appleton. Councillor Hughes declared impartiality. Some members of the Bushfire Advisory Committee are known to Councillor Hughes. Councillor Polton declared impartiality. Members of the Bakers Hill and Wundowie Bushfire Brigades are known to Councillor Polton. Councillor Williams declared impartiality. Some members of the Fire Brigades are known to Councillor Williams. Item 13.1.2, fees and charges community halls. President Antonio, that's me, declared impartiality. President Antonio is a member of the Southern Community Association, which is mentioned in the report. Councillor Appleton declared impartiality. Members of Progress Associations mentioned in the agenda are known to Councillor Appleton. Councillor Biglan declared impartiality. Councillor Biglan is the Secretary Treasurer of Wundowie Progress Association, and members of Clackline Hall and Bakers Hill Recreation Centre Pavilion are known to Councillor Biglan. Councillor Gierak has declared impartiality. Members of Progress Associations mentioned in this item are known to Councillor Gierak. Councillor Hughes declared impartiality. Some members of Progress Associations are known to Councillor Hughes. Councillor Mencelli declared impartiality. Some of the members of Progress Associations administering the community halls are known to Councillor Mencelli. Councillor Polton declared impartiality. Members of Bakers Hill and Wundowie Progress Associations are known to Councillor Polton. Councillor Williams declared impartiality. Councillor Williams is on the Executive Committee of Bakers Hill Progress Association, one of the Shire's halls lessees mentioned in the item. Councillor Williams is a previous member of Clackline and Spencer's Brook Progress Associations, and members of all other progresses are known to Councillor Williams. Item 13.5.1, Spencer's Brook Station Masters House, Buzzard West. The President Antonio, that's me, declared impartiality. Members of the Spencer's Brook Progress Association and President Antonio, and he has discussed this item in the past. Councillor Biglan declared impartiality. Members of the Spencer's Brook Progress Association are known to Councillor Biglan. Councillor Gierak declared impartiality. Members of the Spencer's Brook Progress Association are known to Councillor Gierak. Councillor Polton declared impartiality. Members of the Spencer's Brook Progress are known to Councillor Polton. Councillor Williams declared impartiality. Councillor Williams is a previous member of Spencer's Brook Progress Association and has discussed this matter with the previous Progress President. and provided letters of support to the current president with regards to obtaining external funding to restore the Station Master House. Sorry, everyone, I just wanted to make sure that was everything, so I apologise for that. I'm just on page 11, so that is item number 5, announcements. Councillor Geary? Yes, I apologise, Councillor Geary, I've got that. So I'll just read that out now. So item 13.5.1, thank you for reminding me. So Councillor Geary has done an updated, if that's correct, an updated declaration of interest. It's still impartial. Members of the Spencer Progress Associations are known to Councillor Geary, and some members of the Progress Association, including the President, were Councillor Geary's work colleagues, and one member is a current work colleague. As a councillor, Councillor Geary was invited to visit the Station Master's house and attended one Australia Day breakfast in the past hosted by the Spencer's Brook Progress Association. Occasionally, Councillor Geary keeps in social contact with the President of Progress Association as a friend. Councillor Geary's interest in this item is impartial and will not compromise Councillor Geary's decision. Just if that sounds a little bit different, I always try and use the councillor's name. Councillor Geary did address as I and me, but I'm just trying to make it the same as everything else. So that'll be noted properly. So, and it's thank you for the reminder. Councillors are all well aware, as the item comes up tonight, they're able to put in a declaration of interest if it hasn't already been done so. So item number 5 on page 11 is announcements by the presiding member. That's without discussion, so that's taken as read. We go to page 13. So item number 6 is public questions. So even though the members of the gallery or the public have advised they haven't got any questions, I'm still going to look that way. So anyone looking at the recording of the live stream knows I'm still doing this. So there's no public questions. Item number 7 is response to previous public questions taken on notice. That is nil. Item number 8 is receiving of petitions, presentations and deputations. 8.1 petitions is nil. 8.2 presentations. We've got listed there, so this is President Antonio's fault. It's just supposed to be in the agenda. So, with a very quick backstory, Grass Valley Progress Association put a time capsule in 1979 during the 60th celebrations of Western Australia. There was lots of valuable items in there, very memorable and a lot of people passed away and they put those to unborn children and items like that. It was very incredible. So Ray Knight, so we've got to publicly thank Ray Knight, who was a publican at the time of the Grass Valley Tavern, put something in for the Shire. So I'm presenting this. It's the Shire of Northam President's Report and Information Brochure 1979-1980. It is quite informative as to what it is. So I was just speaking to the CEOs, like the whole road budget for the Shire in that period was $57,000. Just give an item, and just what is special as well is my father was very recently elected as Shire President at the time of the old Shire. So that's his report there. So I thought that's worthy of a presentation and publicly acknowledging Ray Knight, who had the foresight to do that. So what I'm going to do on behalf of the Shire is the staff have kindly printed off the annual report from last year. I'm going to put that in there with a note for the next time capsule for the next Shire President in 25 years, because that's when they aim to dig it up in 25 years. So everyone, so I'll present that to the CEO.
Thank you.
So that's their presentations. 8.3 on page 14 is deputations. So I do want to check, the members of the gallery advise me they don't have a deputation, so I just want to double check. No presentations, deputations, no. So item number 9, still on page 14, is applications for leave of absence. That is nil. Item number 10 is confirmation of minutes. So 10.1 is confirmation of minutes of the ordinary council meeting held 15th May 2024. And there's a recommendation there. And Councillor Mencelli is moving, Councillor Williams is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. Then we've got item 10.2, notes from the council forum meeting held 12th June 2024. I will ask for any questions first, councillors, as this item is new for tonight. With no questions, I'll seek a mover in a second. Councillor Ryan has moved. So I saw Councillor Hughes second. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 9-0, that's carried. We now go to page 62. So we have item number 11, item portfolio convenience of those in the public gallery. And I apologise everyone, I'm going to go straight to page 457 from there. So 13.5 community services, 13.5.1 Spencer's Brook Station Master's House budget request. Just a reminder that Councillor Guerra, President Antonio, Councillor Biglan, Councillor Bolton, Councillor Williams have all declared impartiality in this item, and Councillor Appleton has also declared impartiality in this item. Councillor Appleton met with members of the Progress Association at Station Master's House on the 18th of June 2024. And Councillor Hughes is declaring impartiality. And Councillor Biglan, exactly the same meeting with members, so just so everyone's aware for the recording. So Councillor Biglan and Councillor Hughes met with members of the Progress Association at the Station Master's House on the 18th of June 2024. And Councillor Bolton on the 19th of June 2024. Everything's exactly the same. So that will be noted in the minutes. So we have that there, and then we have recommendations starting on page 467. So as everyone is aware, and it came up, we have the recommendation brought down into 3 parts. So we have recommendation 1 on page 467. Councillor Appleton is moving, Councillor Menchella is seconding. So is anyone likely to speak against that recommendation?
The recommendation of our proposal, is it?
Sorry?
That will come under recommendation from.
I wouldn't get that, Councillor. Councillor,
If this one passes, does it mean that's the end of this one, or we can go on to the presentation?
the alternative motion will relate to recommendation 3.
Sorry?
The alternative motion
Yeah.
will relate to recommendation 3.
Nothing there.
So we've got recommendation 1, that's requesting the CEO. So Councillor Appleton moved, Councillor Menchella seconded. So is anyone likely to speak against the recommendation 1? Councillor Lewis? No. So Councillor Appleton.
So the first recommendation is asking for the CEO to speak to the state government and try and organise funding. I don't see anything wrong with this. If anything, we should be branching out to more funding options to ensure that this building sort of gets the attention it deserves.
Thank you. Councillor Hughes.
Let's read this. If it's passed, that means there's going to be no more funding from the council. It has to all come from outside. No more funding towards the old Station Master's House. Is that correct?
No, so the recommendation that relates to not providing funding to the Spencer's Brook Progress Association is recommendation 3, not recommendation 1 or 2.
Okay.
So I've had that, you spoke against it, so Councillor Menchella.
Yeah, I'd like to echo what Councillor Appleton said. The CEO has very kindly offered to provide assistance to source funding, be it from wherever, and I think we should all support that particular recommendation.
Thank you. Any further speakers against on recommendation 1? If not, Councillor Appleton, you have a reply. Thank you. So there's no further debate. So we have recommendation 1, and it's up on the board as well. So all those in favour by show of hands. That's 8. Just check, sorry, councillor Ryan. Oh, yeah, sorry, just because your hand was there, sorry. So can I just do that against all those in favour by a show of hands? That's 8, 7, all those against? That was 8. Councillor Bolton, floor again, sorry. Recommendation 1? Oh. Alright, so I'll just start that again. So all those in favour by a show of hands? That's 9 there. That's carried. Councillor Ryan, please have
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So we have recommendation 2 on page 467. So just to remind you, recommendation 3 is the one that councillors were asking about. So recommendation 2, as written here and on the board as well. Councillor Williams. Councillor Williams will move. Councillor Shelley will second. So does anyone like to speak against recommendation 2? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 9-0. That's carried. So then we go to recommendation 3, which is on page 468. So this is recommendation. So as written, the recommendation the council does not support. So I just wanted to remind council, so we have an alternate motion. So if we do not have a mover or a seconder, we'll go straight to the alternate motion. Or we can move and second and debate. So there's 2 options. Yeah. Question? Yeah.
Do we not normally just look at the amended, the alternative recommendation in lieu of the officer's recommendation if one's been provided?
We provide the option for councillors to make a decision on if they collectively want to vote on it.
So my understanding is that there's 2 ways of dealing with this. Either it lapses because there's no mover or seconder, which means then we would move to the alternative, or alternatively there's a mover and a seconder for the motion and then it's lost and then we would consider the alternative. So there's 2 ways of doing that.
So I'll just ask for a mover and a seconder. So if there's not a mover and a seconder, that will lapse. And then we'll move to Councillor Girack's alternate motion, which will be on the board. So I'll just read that out first, Councillor Girack, if that's all right. So the council defers a decision on the provision of the Shire funding towards the Spencer Station Masters House to enable a report to be presented to a future council meeting that provides a detailed cost-benefit analysis of bringing the Station Master House into compliance with the use or uses proposed by the Spencers Brook Progress Association compared to provision of an alternative facility, investigates options for the property to be transferred to the Shire of Northam and opportunities for state heritage listing in the future if when the property is restored. Now, Councillor Girack, you stand, so I take it you're moving that. So Girack is moving. Councillor Bolton is seconding. So Councillor Girack is moving, Councillor Bolton is seconded. Is there going to be anyone speaking against? Question. Councillor Williams.
Just want to confirm that with this wording, this is not actually saying that the Shire is going to provide an either or, that this is purely to seek what the costs would be and what the options are.
Yes, that's certainly the intention.
I just want to make sure Councillor Williams.
Yep.
So Councillor Girack has moved, Councillor Bolton has seconded. Is anyone likely to speak against? If not, we'll put that motion. All those in favour by show of hands? That's 9-0, that's carried. So let's say the members of the public, because that's the 3 recommendations dealing with your item. You're quite welcome to stay, enjoy hospitality or go. You don't have to direct it to me. So we now go back to page 62. So item number 12 is reports of committee meetings. Just a reminder that item 12.1 Bushfire Advisory Committee meeting held on the 4th of June 2024. Councillor Appleton, Councillor Hughes, Councillor Holton and Councillor Williams all declared impartiality in this item. So we have two items. We have the receipt of the minutes on page 62. I can request a move and second for that, please. Councillor Ryan, Councillor Bolton. Is anyone going to speak against receipt of the minutes? So all those in favour by show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. And then we go to page 63. So we have the recommendation, and just noting the difference that Christopher McDonald spelled correctly, which we did last week. So we've got the recommendation there. Seeking a mover and a seconder. Councillor Mencelli moved, Councillor Appleton seconded. That's how I saw it. So is anyone going to speak against that recommendation? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. And then we have an amended motion from BPAC, and that's all to do with the spelling of Mr McDonald's name. So we have an amended motion. So Councillor Mencelli is moving, Councillor Williams is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against that amended motion? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. We now go to page 64. So item 13 is officer reports. 13.1 is CEO's office. 13.1.1 is delegated authority register review, and is a recommendation on page 68. I'm seeking a mover and a seconder for that. Councillor Gierak moves, Councillor Ryan seconded. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. We now go to page 360. So we have item 13.1.2, fees and charges community halls. Just a reminder that President Antonio, Councillor Appleton, Councillor Bigland, Councillor Gierak, Councillor Hughes, Councillor Mencelli, Councillor Bolton, Councillor Williams all declared impartiality in this item. And it's going to be up on the screen, so we'll allow questions or seek questions on this. We just had a bit of updated correspondence, and some of that only came in this afternoon, just about the different hall hire fees. So that's on board, council, so everyone's aware of that. It's done, so that's what we'll be voting on, and that'll be included in the minutes. And the recommendations, first one is on page 363, which Councillor Ryan is moving. Just go to that, just so everyone's well aware. The first one, 363, is Bakersfield. So Councillor Ryan has moved. Councillor Appleton, Councillor Williams.
Sorry. Unless I've missed it, can I just confirm about the membership that I mentioned? Is that $170? The $100.
The children's parties?
Oh no, it's it. Sorry, it's not my apologies.
Okay.
Oh,
Councillor Ryan has moved. Councillor Appleton has seconded. We're dealing with the Bakersfield on page 363, the Bakersfield Hall. Anyone likely to speak against this one? All those in favour by show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. Then we go to page 364, then we have a recommendation for the Clackline Hall hire fees. Councillor Hughes has moved. Councillor Bolton has seconded. Anyone likely to speak against that one? So all those in favour by. Then we're dealing with the Southern Brook Hall hire. The recommendation is still on page 364. Councillor Mencelli has moved. Councillor Williams has seconded. That's how I saw it, sorry, Councillor Gierak. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 9-0, that's carried. And then we've got the one Dowie Hall hire fees. Councillor Gierak is moving. Councillor Bolton is seconding. Is anyone likely to speak against this one? So all those in favour by a show of hands? That's 9-0, that's carried. We now go to page 366. So 13.2, engineering services is nil. 13.3, development services is nil. 13.4, corporate services. 13.4.1, accounts and statements of accounts. The recommendations on page 369. Councillor Ryan is moving, Councillor Guerra is seconding, sorry, Councillor Hughes. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 9-0, that's carried. We now go to page 435. So 13.4.2, financial report for the period ending 31st of May 2024. Recommendations on page 437. Councillor Hughes is moving, Councillor Williams is seconding. That's how nice I feel it. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 9-0, that's carried. We now go to page 451. So 13.4.3, schedule of fees and charges of 2024-25 additional health fees. There's a recommendation on page 454. Councillor Ryan has moved. Councillor Minchelli has seconded. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands? 9-0, that's carried. We've done the item on page 457, so we're going to go to page 484. You missed anything there? So we've got item 14, we've got a recommendation to move behind closed doors. Councillor Ryan's moving, Councillor Appleton is seconding, but that is procedural, but that's straight to the vote. So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 9-0, that's carried. So we'll just wait for members of the public to vacate, they know the drill.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we still got the members of the public out there.
Yeah.
Oh, do you need to move?
We're coming
Done
out.
it? Okay.
We come along.
We've, I think we're just about to finish the meeting, so no, you're happy? No, you're fine, carry on.
Okay, so I'm just for the recording. So I've just read the recommendation, so this was passed, carried 9-0. That council endorses entering into a deed of variation and extension of lease with the Minister of Works for the ground floor of 298 Fitzgerald Street Northam, as per the requested items in attachment 14.1.1, with the exclusion of clause 14.1 of the proposed deed. And the other item we discussed was receipt of the minutes. So we moved 9-0. Council receives the minutes from the Chief Executive Officer Review and Selection Committee meeting held on the 27th of May 2024. And the adoption recommendations was also carried 9-0. The recommendation was the Council adopts the Chief Executive Officer Key Performance Indicators as developed in conjunction with Hammond Woodhouse Advisory for the period of 1 July 2024 to 30th of June 2025 as outlined in attachment 6.1.1. And then Council moved that from behind closed doors and that was carried 9-0. So now we go back to the substantive agenda part 1. So we have item 15, we're on page 484. Item 15, motion which previous notice has been given is nil. Item 16, urgent business approved by decision is nil. Item number 17, declaration of closure is made at 6:02 p.m. Thank you, councillors. Thank you, officers, members of staff, and thank you to members of the public gallery